What's up, everyone? Dean Blandino from Fox Sports, and we're a month away from the start of the NFL regular season. I'm excited. It seems like forever ago we were watching the 49ers and Chiefs battle it out, going to overtime, and Patrick Mahomes pulling out another victory, back-to-back Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Can they go three in a row? No team has ever done it. They've never won three Super Bowls in a row. Not the Packers in the 60s, not the Steelers in the 70s, not the Niners in the 80s, not the Cowboys in the 90s, and the Patriots, all those basically this century, that 20-year run. They never won three in a row. So can the Chiefs do it? It's going to be tough. But why do we love the NFL? We love the NFL, obviously, for the officiating rules analysts. I mean, that's goes without saying. That's number one. Number two, fantasy football. We love fantasy football. And the BK4P Fantasy Football League. Now, I want to know who BK is because we've got a race going on right now. And I got to say, I'm not thrilled by either candidate. So if this BK character can step in and bring this country together, I am all for it. So I don't know who BK is, but I'm casting my vote for BK because I trust you guys. But we've got another year of fantasy football, and Harrison has asked me to help you with your draft order. We got 10 teams, and I got them in my trusty Pizza Hut hat. And we're going to pull them out one at a time. We'll start at 10, work our way all the way up to number one. And we'll get to that in a second. But I do want to mention, I was thinking about commissioners, right? And the commissioner is a hard job in sports. I worked with Roger Goodell for a long time, and regardless of what you feel about him, it's a tough job. It's a really, really tough job, and it's not easy. And you have to, you're answering to 32 billionaires basically, and it's the highest profile job in all of sports. I mean, you think about the NFL, certainly the most popular sport and organization in this country, and even worldwide. Soccer may be more popular, but is there one figure that you think of when you think of international soccer? No, there's different organizations. There's no one person. So Roger Goodell, it's a tough job. And I think of some of the commissioners that have fell short in their duties. I think of international soccer, and I think of FIFA. I think of Sepp Blatter, and that organization was ripe with just corruption, and he still has not met any consequences. I think of, and I'm a big baseball fan, big Dodger fan. So for me, the way Rob Manfred handled the Houston cheating scandal, I thought was not appropriate. I mean, to think that they cheated their way to a World Series, the players didn't get any repercussions. They kept the World Series title, which, if I'm a Yankee fan losing to them in the ALCS or a Dodger fan, I'm pretty pissed. And the manager and the GM basically took the brunt of the fall. But look, hey, like I said, it's a tough job. Fantasy football commissioner is a tough job, right? It's like officiating. When things are going well, nobody cares. Nobody's going to say anything. When things are going bad, that's when they're going to hear about you. But I do want to say that, Sepp Blatter, Rob Manfred, all that aside, McDowell was terrible. I'm sorry. I can't sugarcoat it. He was terrible. Not a bad guy. I mean, nothing. I'd have a beer with you. I'd hang out. But you just were not a good commissioner. And we all have to know where our skill set is, where it lies, and we have to play to our strengths. And being a fantasy football commissioner was not. So I am really excited about the small council. I love that you call it the small council. I'm hoping that's connected to Game of Thrones. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. And in Westeros and King's Landing, they were known as the small council. And I'm very excited about the small council finally taking some action and unseating McDowell because he was terrible. And now maybe you can repair your image, McDowell. You can step away from the commissioner job and just be a regular team owner and stay out of the limelight. And this will be good for you. Ultimately, this will be really good for you. So that being said, do want to welcome Kessler to the league. Congratulations, Kessler. My advice, don't get a second chance to make a first impression. So don't shit the bed year one. I mean, you got to be competitive. I'm not saying you have to win it, but you got to be competitive because you come in last. Everybody's going to question, what the hell did we do? Who is this guy anyway? And Smitty's like, oh, it's my sister's boyfriends. It was his roommate, and we needed a 10th guy, and he seemed like a cool guy. I met him at a wedding one time, and we did shots at the bar. I was like, dude, he sucks. And so Kessler, we don't want to have that conversation. We want to have the conversation where, wow, Kessler, good addition, Smitty. That was great. Came in third this year, was solid, good guy. So let's have that conversation, okay? All right, without further ado, let's go. With the 10th pick in the draft, BK for Prez. Sorry, you didn't. That's karma, baby. 10th pick. You know what? That's not a bad pick. 10 teams. I mean, you're gonna at 10 and 11 collectively are gonna be just as good as 1 and 20, right? So you're gonna be fine, McDowell. This is the first day of your new life. You don't have to worry about being commissioner. Just focus on who you're gonna take at 10, okay? Because if you come in last, I really don't see any reason why you should continue in this league, and I'll step in and take over your spot. But anyway, we might need 2 if Kessler shits the bed. McKeon, you've got the 9th pick. Congratulations. Let's keep it moving. 8 names left, 8 picks left. With the 8th selection in the draft. This is it Statile? Statile? Interesting. I want to know. I don't want to screw up the pronunciation. Maybe it's Statile or Statile. I'm thinking. Did you ever see the Christmas Story? It's the movie they play on TBS around Christmas time over and over. They do like 24 hours of it. And it's the kid, he wants the BB gun. And the dad orders, he wins a prize, a major award. And on the box it says fragile. And he's like, fragile, it must be Italian. Like, that's what I'm getting. No? Nobody's seen crickets? Really? All right, whatever. All right, 7th pick. Rough crowd. Okay, with the 7th pick, Skinner with the 7th pick. I hope that's your last name, because if that's your first name, that's kind of weird. All right, moving on to the 6th pick. Smitty. Who doesn't love Smitty? If there's a party and like Skinner calls me, he's like, dude, you going to the party? I'm like, who's going? He's like Kessler. I'm like, It's like McDowell's going. I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I want to go. And then he's like, but Smitty's going to be there. I'm like, dude, I'm in. Smitty's awesome. Like, I love that guy. Life of the party. So Smitty, love you. You got the 6th pick. Congrats. 5th pick. Apologize if I sound funny. I'm under the weather, but just got like congestion and stuff going on. But with the 5th pick, Ray. We need Rays. Rays are high floor, low ceiling guy. You know what that means? That's like not particularly talented in any one area. Not gonna cure cancer, but Ray's gonna help you move a couch. Ray's gonna be there if you need to have a drink. Things are going, you're having a rough day. Ray's a solid dude. Again, not gonna blow you away with any particular skill, but he's gonna be there for you. So Ray, thank you for being like. They're not gonna do like the Modelo commercial about Ray, but Ray's gonna have a Modelo with you. If you need a, just a shoulder to, an ear to talk to, that kind of thing. But Ray, you got the 5th pick. All right, moving quick. I love 10-team leagues. All right, with the 4th pick in the draft. Harrison. Thank you for asking me to do the video. You got the 4th pick. Who are you taking at 4, Harrison? Here's how I see the top 10 playing out for you guys, or in general. McCaffrey's number 1. It's got to be the consensus number 1. Elite back, elite offense. He's still the focal point. There's not a lot of elite backs. There's more good receivers. So I think if you can get the elite back, you get them, and you get them early, and then you can move on to receivers. So McCaffrey. Then I think it's CD and Tyreek, and you can interchange those two. I think at 4, it's Justin. Still the best receiver in the NFL for my money. Then I'd probably Jamar at 5. Then at 6, you have a choice. If you want to stay receiver, Amon-Ra. If you want to go back, it's Breece Hall. I think Breece Hall and Bijan are in the top 10. A lot of people feel that way. I know there was a lot of hype with Bijan last year. It didn't quite pan out, but new offense. They're going to use him more. Breece Hall was a stud at the end of the year last year. Then I think, the rest of the top 10, Puka, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I think that's kind of where it is. But obviously there's other guys that can sneak in there. But that's how I see the top 10 playing out. All right, 3 names left, 3 picks left. Let's go. All right. Counselor, the new guy, you got the 3rd pick. Don't mess it up. I'm giving you a good pick here, Kessler. You don't have the pressure of the top pick where everybody's going to second guess whatever you do. Now you're going to get Tyreek or CD. Okay, just you take one of those two guys, whoever's there. If for some reason the two receivers go first, you scoop up McCaffrey at 3, and everybody's going to go, Kessler's the man, okay? Trust me on that. All right, moment of truth. I got Ruh, interesting name, Ruh, and Reeves. Ruh and Reeves. Is it Reeves or Reeves? I think it's Reeves. Whatever. All right, with the second pick, Ruh. Ruh, this sounds like something Scooby-Doo would say. Like, right? Like, is this, like, what's the background on this name? I love this. I love interesting names. Fantasy football leagues, it's 87% of boring white guy names. Like Todd, Tim. This league is not. This league has a little flavor, which I like. But Ruh, I don't know what Ruh means, but you got the second pick. And that means Reeves got the top pick. Reeves sounds like a British butler, but you got the top pick. Don't screw it up. Just take McCaffrey, please. Because if you don't, Kessler's going to be sitting there at 3, ready to go. Sitting there, just snap him up. BK for president. Let's go. Let me know who BK is. Maybe, is it Kessler? Is it? No. The new guy gets the league named after him? I don't know. But let's have a great draft, guys. Keep watching us on Fox Sports. Thank you seriously for letting me be a part of it. And good luck to everybody. It's going to be a roller coaster.